Hello. So this video I'm gonna show you how to create a house from Revit, or at least like how I would create a house in Revit. So first of all, you're gonna open Revit. Using Revit 2026. Yeah, I'm just gonna open this one, double click into it, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time to load, to fully load the software, but it's alright. We can wait. So wait until it's fully loaded. Okay, so you see a screen right here on the right is all of your project that you've done. If you don't have any project, like most of the case, it would just show these sample projects. I'm gonna create a new project. I'm gonna hit open from models, and then that is when I need to open a project, but I'm gonna want to create a new one, so I suppose to click new right here, and then I'm gonna browse for a project template, and I'm gonna click default right here, and I'm gonna hit open, and make sure that it's under new project right here instead of project template, and after that I'm gonna hit OK and wait for it to load. So the house that I will be creating has 2 stories and maybe a basement. So I will probably go with 2 stories and a basement, and we'll see how it goes. So the first step is you can open any elevations. I'll go to the elevation tabs right here, and I'll double click into any elevation. It doesn't matter. I'll double click into the north elevation, and yeah, sure. The first step, I'm just gonna create some levels to it. So the first level is level 1 right here. I'm gonna name it average grade. Let's do capital for everything. So how you would name it, cancel right here, is that you hover your mouse over this thing and then click again into that level name, and then you just type your name that you want to change, and it will ask, would you like to rename the corresponding view? I'm gonna hit yes, and this thing right here, I'm gonna click into it and click again, and I'm gonna name it ground floor, and I'm gonna hit yes, and I'm gonna create some new levels. So I'm gonna click this thing, or the shortcut is LL. I'm just gonna click it, and then I'm gonna click this create plan view as well. So when creating a levels, you can create the plan view while creating it by clicking into this command. And yeah, I'm just gonna click from the left to the right, make sure I hover it so it can snap to this point. It doesn't matter the distance between the ground floor and the next level. I'm gonna change the distance between them later, but we need a ground floor, a second floor, probably a ground floor ceiling and a second floor. Ground floor, ground ceiling, second floor, and I'm gonna create a new one for second floor ceiling. And after that, probably I'll create one for the basement. So from left to right, click, escape 2 times to escape out of the command. Okay, I'm gonna name these levels to the one that I want. So this one is ground ceiling, yes, and this is second floor, yes. This one is second floor ceiling, yes, and then this one is gonna be basement floor, yes. Okay, now I want to change the distance between these levels, because like the average grade is at 0 foot, but the ground floor is at 10 foot, so it's a lot. So what I would do is I would type DI on my keyboard, stand for align dimension, and I'm gonna click from the lowest level, and then I'm gonna click on the average grade, ground floor, ground ceiling, and second floor. And I'm gonna click outside, and I'll click escape 2 times to cancel the command. Now I want to change the distance between the average grade and the ground floor. So what I would do is I click it, and then I can click this number and I can change the distance. So the distance, I can go with 2 foot, 3 foot. Let's see. I'll go with 15 inches off the ground. It doesn't have to be much. 16 is a little bit. Maybe 21.5 inches. So about 1.9 inches. And then from ground floor to ground ceiling, I want a 9-foot ceiling. So I'm just gonna type 9 foot. And from second floor, from ground ceiling to the second floor is gonna be 1 foot. And I was missing this dimension, so I'm gonna DI again, and then I'm clicking these two, and I'm gonna hit escape 2 times to cancel the command. And okay, let's see if I can. Okay, so now I can change the distance between these 2 levels. I'm gonna click it, and for the second ceiling I want it to be a little bit shorter than the ground ceiling, so let's make it 8 foot. Same goes with the ceilings from the basement floor to the ground floor. So I'm gonna do another DI for align dimension. Click this one to the ground floor, click outside, escape 2 times, click the basement floor level, click this number and type 8. So now we just change the distance for each levels. You guys can see that for this part right here, it kind of overlap. So what I want to do is I want to like break this line apart and move around a little bit so we can see the numbers and the height of each levels better. I would have clicked this one, and you can see that there's like a add elbow button right here. I'm gonna click it, and there are these blue buttons that you can click and drag. So I will click and drag this one right here. I'll click and drag this one right here. So it's better drafting techniques for us to see all of these text. I'll do the same thing for this level. So I'm gonna click it, and I'm gonna zoom in, and if I can't find it, I'm just gonna hover over it, and if I hover over it, you can see that little add elbow thing, yeah? And then I'm gonna click it, and then I can't find this drag button either, so I'm just gonna hover over it randomly until it pops up like this. I can click and drag, and I can probably try to match up with this one as well, as you can see right here, and then I'm gonna hit escape to cancel being in that thing. Yeah, so now we just change the distance of each levels. We can move to step 2, which is creating walls for our house. So for the walls right here, I'm gonna go to my ground floor plan. So on this project browser tab, you guys can scroll and find floor plan ground floor, and I'm gonna double click into it, and I can start drawing walls from here. So for this house, I will probably go with a stucco or wood siding kind of wall. Probably wood siding. So you guys can click into wall right here and click this drop down, and you guys can choose the default walls that Revit has created in this template, or you can create your own wall type. So what I would do is I would create my own wall type. So I would use this generic 8 inches, and then I'll click edit type right here, and I will duplicate it, and I will call it exterior, and then wood siding, and I'm gonna hit OK. and I'm gonna edit the structure by clicking into it. And from this materials right here, I will hover over to this part and click one more time so I can choose the materials I want to use. So the materials in the structure is going to be wood studs. I'm going to type wood and find the softwood lumber, structure, wood choice, rafter layer, and probably is one of these things. I'm going to use softwood lumber, and I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to change the thickness. I want to use a 2x6, so it's going to be 5.5 inches. And then I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to add another layer to it. So insert, I want to move this thing outside of the core battery, so I'm going to hit up right here. And now I want to change the materials. I'm going to do the same steps again. So hover over to this one and click, and then you can choose your own materials, but this one I'm going to use plywood sheathing. I'm just going to type ply, and I'll see plywood sheathing right here. Hit OK, and the thickness is going to be 1/2 inch. So I'm going to click into this part, click one more time, and type 1/2 inch. And I'm going to insert again, and the materials right here, I'm going to hover over it, click, and then will come the air barrier. So air infiltration barrier, click and hit OK. So the thickness is not that much, so I'm gonna keep it as 0 foot 0 inches. I'm gonna add another layer, and then I want to change the materials by doing the same steps, and I'm gonna change it. I want to pick rigid insulation right here, hit OK, and the thickness, I want to give this house a 2-inch rigid insulation layer. I'm going to add another layer, and this thing I'm going to change the material because this house is made of, the exterior cladding is going to be wood siding, so we need a layer for wood for metal furring. So I'm going to type furring right here, hit OK, and then the thickness is probably going to be 1 inch, my bad. And I'm going to insert another layer, and I'm going to change the materials into wood siding. I'm going to type siding, and you guys don't see anything from here, but there's siding clapboard from here. If it doesn't show the library right here like this, you guys can click this arrow right here and it will show the library. You can drag it up, and I'm gonna load it into the project, and I'm gonna hit OK. And the thickness is probably 5/8 inch, and that is the outside of the wall. So I'm gonna click this thing, and I'm gonna hit insert. I'm gonna move it down, and now we get to the inside face, the interior face of the wall, and I'm gonna add another layer. So the inside of the wall is gonna be our gypsum board, and I'm gonna change the material. I'm gonna type gypsum. So I have gypsum wallboard right here. I'm gonna hit OK, and that thing is gonna be 1/2 inch also. And the thing before that is gonna be our vapor barrier. So it doesn't have it here, so I'm gonna load it into the project also, and I'm gonna hit OK. So after you choose all your materials and your thickness, you're gonna have to change the function and the priority of the materials. So the function is what role it plays in the wall. So for this case, the core battery is gonna be our 2x6, so it is a structural element of the wall. So I'm gonna put structure right here, but for the plywood sheathing, it's gonna be the substrate, and then the air infiltration barrier, the function is gonna be our membrane layer. Our rigid insulation is gonna be our thermal or air layer, and our metal furring, even though there's a material right there, the metal furring also have air gaps in between them, so I'm gonna use it as thermal and air layer as well. And for the wood siding, it's a finish wall, so I'm going to use finish 1 for that one. The reason why I'm choosing finish 1 instead of finish 2 is that when we build this wall, we're going to put the exterior materials first before putting our drywall whatsoever. So it's finish 1. And then of course our drywall or gypsum wallboard is going to be finish 2. And the vapor retarder or vapor barrier is going to be membrane layer as well. So after that, we have to change the priority of each materials, each layers. So the priority is these numbers from 1 to 5. It is the sequence of how you build this wall in real life. So let's say in real life, you're gonna build this, you're gonna put this 2x6 up first, and then you're gonna put another not gypsum wallboard, but like plywood sheathing at the exterior, and then you put the membrane layer is our air infiltration barrier, and then thermal layer. So these are like the sequence. So first you put our 2x6, and then you put our plywood sheathing. So this one will come next. It is 2, and then thermal one air layer is gonna be 3, and then finish 1 is gonna be 4, and then finish 2 is gonna be 5, which is the last step into building this wall. After that, this wall is pretty much complete. I'm gonna hit OK. You can see that it displays this wall is about 10 and an eighth of inches. I can hit OK now, and I can go and directly draw this wall. So at first, before drawing any walls, I want to set the constraint for the walls. So the constraint is right here, the location line. I want to keep it, I want to make it finish face interior, and then the base constraint from ground floor top offset, I want to click this thing and change it to second floor. Okay, I can go and draw it right now. You can click anywhere. I'll click from here. One thing about wall is that you can't see the layers that make up this wall. I want to see that layer, so I want to click right here, detail levels, with this rectangular shape. I'm going to click it, and I'm going to click fine, and then I'm going to click draw again. So now you can see the layers of the wall. So now I want to hit spacebar to flip the side of the wall. I'm going to hit spacebar so it faces outside like this, and I'm going to click one point and draw about 22 foot 4 inches, and then I'm going to go up about 4 foot, and then I'm going to go this way about probably 12 foot 6, and then I'm gonna go up with another 4 foot, and then we're gonna go this way about 7 foot, and we're gonna go down about 3 foot. I'm gonna go this way about 13 foot 10 inches, and then I'm gonna go up about, let's see, 11 plus 4, 15 plus, let's see, so 11 plus 4 plus 11 plus 4 plus 13 plus 9. So I want to go up about 37 foot. 37 foot, and then I want to go this way about, let's say, 9 foot, and then I'm gonna go up here about 3 foot, go to the left, let's say about 16 foot 8 inches, and then I'm gonna go down about right here. Then I'm gonna go this way about 13 foot and another 9 foot, and then I'm gonna hit escape. I'm gonna go down from here, click this corner right here, move up about 24 foot. I'm gonna go move here and then click here, and I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. So this is the exterior walls of our house. The numbers might not add up very well, but we can always change it later when we do it. So it's the difference between CAD and Revit. So Revit, we can change it later. It's okay to not be precise at the first few steps. So after I create this exterior walls sequence, I'm gonna go to our 3D to check out how it looks. You guys can click this house right here, and you will see the 3D view of the house. So hold your shift key and then hold the middle button of your mouse between the left and the right, and then spin it around so you can see the shape of your house. So I think it looks pretty good for me. I'm gonna go to our ground floor plan again, and I'm gonna create some interior walls for now. So for interior walls, if you click wall right here and you click this drop down, you will see that there are partition walls that Revit family already created for us. I will probably create my own because I'm not sure if these partition walls are good enough. So I'm gonna click this generic 8 inches again, and again I'm gonna hit edit type, duplicate it, and I'm gonna name this one interior 2x4. Hit OK, and then go edit the structure. And for the materials of the structure, I'm gonna use wood again, and I want to find softwood lumber. Hit OK, and the thickness I want to use 3.5 inches because it's a 2x4. I'm gonna insert and then move up and then change the materials into our gypsum board, and then hit OK, and then the thickness is gonna be 1/2 inch. And I'm gonna go to this structure layer again. I'm gonna insert. I wanna move it down here. And for the materials, I wanna use gypsum board again. And then the thickness is gonna be 1/2 inch also. And then function, this thing is gonna be finish 1, this thing is gonna be finish 2, priority 4, priority 5. Hit OK, hit OK. Okay, and now I'm going to draw walls again. I can do the same thing. So check our constraint, location line, finish face, interior, base constraint, ground floor, top constraint, second floor. So I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. I'll go ahead and draw a wall from here, but this line is kind of dark for my liking. I can turn the thin line command on, so it will show our thin lines. So I can see these lines better and I can work with them more precisely. I want to click this corner right here, move it to the right, zoom out until it snaps to this wall. I'm going to click it and I'm going to move it down. I'm going to click it again and I'm going to hit escape. So this is going to be our garage space right here. And okay, I'm going to click about the midpoint of this thing, of this wall. Click, I'll move to the right, I'll move down. I'm gonna hit escape, and then I will click this point. It goes to the outside, which I don't like. I will hit the space bar so it flips to the other side and zoom out, move it down, then click and move it in so it joins these walls. And I'm gonna hit escape, And now I want to create probably one wall right here, about here, goes down about 10 foot, and then I'm gonna move this mouse right here and then click it here, and I want to hit escape one time, escape another time to fully escape out of the command. I want to click this wall, and there's a button right here. I want to drag it right here, and then I want to click outside to unselect the wall, and I'm going to hit the wall command again, and I'm going to draw another wall from here that goes down about here. I'm going to hit escape, and then I want to draw probably a wall that goes from here to here. Hit escape, and then okay, hit escape another time. Probably I want to move this wall a little bit to this side. You can click it and use your arrow key to move it. And I'm gonna draw some another walls about here to the right until it snaps, and move up, hit spacebar so it flips, move to this side, hit spacebar so it flips. I'm gonna click, I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. Yeah, and now I'm gonna click drawing walls. So when drawing walls, you can click the command wall to draw it, or you can click a wall and use this create similar tool, so it will get you to that command without having to set any constraint whatsoever. I'm gonna draw a wall from here, move up about here, and then move it to the right. I'm gonna hit escape 1 time. So I was missing this wall right here as well. Escape, and then I was missing this wall right here. Maybe, yeah, all the way. Escape, then 1 wall right here, and 1 wall right here. Okay. I will draw another wall about right here, and then another wall about right here, and I'm gonna hit escape 1 more time. So as you guys can see that I'm drawing walls without knowing any dimension, because I'm gonna change their dimension later. So for now, I'm gonna change the dimension of the interior walls. So to change the dimension between the interior walls, it's pretty much the same steps when you do changing the layers, not layers but levels. So you click, you do DI for align dimension, and then you create like dimension between walls or level or anything, and then you click the one that you want to change, and you click to change the numbers. So I'm gonna go to our ground floor plan again. I'm gonna hit DI for align dimension, hover over to a wall. I'm gonna hover over to this wall, but I don't want the dimension to start at the center line of the wall. I want to start from here. So I'm gonna hover over to this gypsum wallboard type. I'm gonna hit the tab key until it highlights up like this. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna move it to the right. Hover over to this wall, and then I'm gonna hit tab again until it highlight this wall. I'm gonna click it, zoom out, and then I'm gonna click here. So 22 foot 4 inches is exactly what I want, so I'm gonna keep it like that. And I'm gonna zoom in here. I'm gonna hit tab, click right here, zoom out, zoom in here, hit tab again, click right here, zoom out. 24 inches. It is exactly what I need, so I'm gonna keep it just like that. Okay, so for this wall right here, let me calculate how much I would need for that spacing right here. So that's gonna be the stairs area. I want our stairs to be 3'6", so 3.5 inches, 3.5 foot, plus another 1, 2, 3, plus another 3 foot, maybe plus another 3'6". So it's gonna be 10 foot. So this space right here is gonna be 10 foot. I'm still in that align dimension command, so I'm gonna hover over to the space, hit tab key, click, zoom out, hover over to the space, hit tab, click, zoom out. I'll click here, I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. I'm gonna click the space and I'm gonna hit this number. I'm gonna type 10 foot, so it moves down. Hover over to the space, hit DI again, hover over to the wall, hit tab, click, move up, hit tab, click, move out. Escape 2 times. I'm gonna click this wall and I'm gonna change this number into 2 foot. I'm gonna zoom out, and after that, let's see, I'm gonna DI again, tab, click, tab, click, move out, click. 7'3". Am I happy with 7'3"? Sure. I can always change it later. So for now, I'll keep it like that, but I'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna hit DI and then tap over this wall, tap over this wall, 4'10", tap over this wall, tap over this wall, 7'3". So this thing is, I want it to be about 6 foot. I'm gonna click it and change it, maybe 6'3", 6'3" inches, click. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for this side of the wall right here. So DI, hover over to the side, tap, click, click out, escape 2 times, click this wall, click this dimension, 6'3", enter, click out, and then you have this side right here. And I'll do DI again, hover over to the space, hit tab, hover over to the space, hit tab, 3'6" and 16 of an inch. I'm not sure if that's enough space for us or not. And let's check the space also, because I want to put a door here later. We can always try something out. Okay, let me see. Yeah, we can always like play with it later. I'll zoom into this space and I will change the dimension of these boys right here. So hit tab, click, hover over to the side, tap, click out, hover over to the side, tap, click, to the side, tap, click, to the side, tap, click, tap, click, tap, click, tap, click, and then I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. It's gonna ask us, I haven't saved my project recently, what do I want to do? So I'm gonna hit save the project. I want to choose where I want to save it, probably this C, and then I'm gonna save it somewhere. I'm gonna create like a new file, new folder, and I'm gonna say like YouTube house Revit, and then I'm gonna double click into the folder I just created, and I'm gonna change the name YouTube house 1. Make sure that it's under .rvt. The option is the amount of backup that I want to have. I don't want that much backup, so I want to hit 1 and then hit OK and hit save. So it saves inside that file, that folder for me. Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so I can see that this thing's supposed to be 13 foot, but it's only 11 foot. So I'm gonna move these walls about 2 foot 6 inches away from this side. So I'm gonna click this one, click this one, and click this one. So in order to select all the objects at the same time, you're gonna have to hold the control key and then click on the objects that you need to choose. I'm gonna click on these walls, and I'm gonna use the move command. Click. I'm gonna hit this corner of the wall, click it, and then I'm gonna move it up, and I'm gonna type 2 foot 6 inches. So to make this side of the wall 13 foot 6, which is good for us now. This side I will probably make it 13 foot, which makes this side 8 foot 3. Is 8 foot 3 enough? I think it's of course good enough. Maybe make this thing 8 foot 6. So this thing will be 12 foot 9. I'm happy with that. Okay, I don't mind. And yeah, I think we're good with this side. And maybe I'm missing a wall right here. So I'm gonna click this one, click create similar or shortcut CS, and I'm gonna draw one wall right here. Hit escape 2 times, and then I'm gonna DI again. Tap, click, tap, click. So it's 5 foot 4 by 6 foot 3. I want to make that space 5 foot 7. Enter. Okay, we are good for now. Now I'm gonna move to this side. So let's change the dimension between these two, even though I think it looks good enough. I'm gonna keep doing it. 6 foot 3. I think it's good enough. You keep doing it. So DI, hover over to this wall, hit tab, click, hover over to this wall, hit tab, click. So 13 foot 10. I think that is good enough. And I want to change the distance between these two as well. And these two as well. And these two. Hit escape 2 times. I'm gonna click this wall and I'm gonna make this thing 11 foot. I'm gonna click this wall. I'm gonna make this thing 4 foot 2 inches. I'm gonna click this wall. I'm gonna make this thing 8 foot 2 inches. And then I'm gonna hit DI to make sure that I have enough space for this room right here, which is 5 foot. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. Now I need to change the dimension for this whole space up here. I'm not sure if it's good enough. I think it is good enough, but it's always better to check out. So DI, hover over this wall, hit the tab key, click, move out, zoom into here, hit the tab key, click. So it's 23 foot 7 inches. I think it is good enough. Let me do some calculation just in case. So let's see, 13 plus 9. So it's about 22. We have 23.7. Yeah, so we're good enough. And this thing, I want to change the distance between these two as well. Hit the tab, click, so 9 foot. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And tab click, 16 foot 8 inches. And then tab click, click 16 foot 6 inches. Escape 2 times. Yes, I'm happy with that. So overall, we have our walls for the ground floor, and I want to move this thing down here a little bit. So I'm gonna click that wall, use the arrow key to move it down like that. Okay, and I want to go to the 3D view to check it one more time, and you can see our floor, not floor, but our walls and interior walls is modeled properly with the good height, good constraint to our models. And okay, this is part 1. So we created all the exterior walls, we created interior walls, and before that we also create our levels to our building. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 2.